Top 7 royal brides' gowns dripping in diamonds, pearls, and million-dollar gold. Step into a world where gowns dripping with diamonds, pearls, gold thread, and centuries of royal history turn wedding dresses into royal treasures. From Queen Elizabeth II's 10,000 pearl, 12-carat gold embroidered masterpiece to Queen Soraya of Iran's 37 meters of shimmering silver lame, 6,000 diamonds, and 20,000 hand-sewn marabou feathers, these are dresses that define royalty and obsession. We'll reveal Queen Letizia's £6 million gold-threaded couture, Stéphanie of Luxembourg's 50,000 pearl, 80,000 crystal extravaganza, Princess Charlene's Swarovski-studded architectural gown, Princess Diana's 25-foot train sparkling with 10,000 micro-pearls, and Princess Ekaterina's powder-pink chantilly lace fantasy, crowned with a century-old diadem. These are the most lavish, jaw-dropping, and unforgettable royal wedding dresses in history, and today we're uncovering the magic behind each one. Queen Elizabeth's wedding dress. Queen Elizabeth II's wedding gown remains one of the most heavily embellished and expensive royal gowns ever created, at a time when Britain itself was still rationing food. Designed by royal couturier Norman Hartnell, the gown took months of secret preparation. Hartnell submitted 12 designs before the Queen approved the one, just 3 months before the wedding. What emerged was an ivory satin masterpiece with a classic fit and flare silhouette, a structured bodice, long sleeves, and a 15-foot ceremonial train. But the true luxury was in the embroidery. The gown was adorned with over 10,000 hand-sewn seed pearls, imported from America, and stitched into floral patterns across the dress. Interwoven among the pearls were crystal-embroidered flowers and leaves, inspired by Botticelli's Primavera, a Renaissance celebration of renewal, fertility, and love. The fabric itself came from across the world. Ivory Duchess satin and silk from China formed the base. But the most extraordinary element was the damask brocade from Damascus, Syria, a diplomatic gift from President Shukri al-Quwatli. Woven into this fabric was a centuries-old motif known as the lover and the beloved. 2 lovebirds exchanging kisses, embroidered with 12-carat gold thread. Gold was not merely decorative, it was stitched directly into the fabric, elevating the gown from couture to heirloom. More than 350 seamstresses worked on the gown, while Elizabeth herself used ration coupons to legally purchase the materials. An astonishing contrast between post-war austerity and royal splendour. Even the veil and train were symbolic. Weightless silk tulle was used to bear the weight of pearls and crystal embroidery. Reflecting a nation rebuilding, fragile yet resilient. Across the fabric bloomed jasmine, smilax, syringa, and rose-like blossoms, timeless emblems of love, hope, and endurance. The gown cost roughly $42,000 in 1947, the equivalent of over $1.6 million today. Queen Soraya of Iran. In 1951, the world stood spellbound as Soraya Esfandiyari Bakhtiari married the Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, in a wedding drenched in diamonds, silver, and imperial excess. The Shah fell in love with Soraya after seeing a single photograph. One meeting was enough. He proposed with a dazzling 22.37-carat diamond, icy white, razor bright, and blinding in its clarity. For the wedding, the House of Dior, under Christian Dior himself, created a gown that glittered like a treasury brought to life. The dress was forged from 37 meters of luminous silver lame, fluid and metallic, catching light with every movement. Across its surface bloomed a constellation of lustrous pearls, 6,000 scintillating diamonds, and rich gold embroidery, and let's not forget hand-sewn 20,000 soft marabou feathers, adding deceptive lightness to a dress built on weight and wealth. The skirt had an immense sweeping train, shimmering so long that a procession of bridesmaids was required just to carry its jeweled burden. The gown weighed nearly 23 kilograms, making it one of the heaviest, most gem-laden royal wedding dresses ever worn. However, sadly on her wedding day, Soraya was weak with typhoid fever as snow fell silently over Tehran. Her body struggled beneath the mass of jewels and pearls. At the last moment, the Shah ordered 8 meters of the train cut away, But even then, 4 bridesmaids were needed to steady her path. It was beautiful to watch the dress. Where is it now? Divorced for failing to produce an heir, she drifted into European exile. After her death in 2001, her belongings were auctioned in Paris. In 2002, Dior reclaimed the gown for approximately $1.2 million, preserving it, along with its $4,000 mink cape, as a relic of couture history. Queen Letizia of Spain. Queen Letizia of Spain walked down the aisle of Santa Maria la Real de la Almudena Cathedral in Madrid to marry King Philippe VI, and 13 years later, we still can't get her gown out of our heads. The long-sleeved structured ivory dress, reportedly worth an astonishing £6 million, is considered one of the most expensive royal wedding gowns in history. The designer couturier Manuel Pertegas embroidered the standing collar, cuffs, and hem with real gold thread in intricate floral patterns. The embroidery included heraldic details from the Prince of Asturias crest, fleur-de-lis, and ears of wheat, stretching across the skirt and the edges of the 15-foot train. So, what made it so expensive? The extensive use of precious metals, real gold and silver threads, woven directly into the silk, not imitation metallic embroidery. Every stitch was hand-embroidered, making it a crown jewel of couture craftsmanship. But the real gold wasn't even the best part. File that under things we never thought we would write. The true showstoppers were the dramatic 14-foot gold-trimmed train and the ethereal lace veil cascading over her sculpted updo, diamond tiara, and ivory silk gown. Letizia's veil, a deeply personal gift from Prince Felipe, was made of off-white silk tulle and adorned with hand-embroidered scrolls and wreaths, adding delicate elegance to a gown otherwise defined by royal splendour and shimmering opulence. Letizia captivated the crowd as she walked down the aisle in an extraordinary gown with real gold of 24 carats. Stéphanie, Grand Duchess of Luxembourg. When Stéphanie, Grand Duchess of Luxembourg, walked down the aisle, she chose Elie Saab, and the result was nothing short of breathtaking. The gown was crafted from ivory lace, densely embroidered with shimmering silver thread in an all-over floral design. Structured yet ethereal, it featured a high bateau neckline dipping low at the back, a fitted bodice, 3/4 sleeves, and a sweeping A-line skirt. Then came the scale. A 13-foot train, paired with an equally long embroidered silk tulle veil, flowed behind her, worn with her family's diamond tiara. Every inch of the dress was covered in exquisite silver lace floral motifs, creating a surface that glittered with movement and light. The craftsmanship was staggering. The embroidery alone took 3,200 hours, completed by 15 artisans, followed by another 700 hours from 10 seamstresses, and the materials, monumental. 76 yards of silk crepe and tulle for the lining, 33 yards of satin organza, 55 yards of chantilly lace, 44 yards of Calais lace, even more silk tulle for the veil. Wow, the effect was magical. The leafy pattern that blanketed the gown carried 50,000 pearls, 80,000 Swarovski crystals, and nearly 11,000 yards of silver embroidery thread, layer upon layer of weight, brilliance, and precision. This is why custom royal wedding gowns can cost as much as a house in NYC. And this one absolutely did. A gorgeous train, a superb silhouette, out-of-control beading and handwork. The main train, attached at the waist, was pure magic, coming together to create one of the most unforgettable and heavily embellished trains in royal history. Princess Charlene of Monaco. When Princess Charlene of Monaco walked down the aisle, she turned to Giorgio Armani, a trusted family friend of the Grimaldi and her personal style mentor. The gown was crafted from ivory Duchess silk, sleek, luminous, and liquid in its movement, embroidered with freesias, orchids, and lilies of the valley, mirroring the flowers in her bridal bouquet. From the front, the silhouette was slim, sculptural, and restrained, simple, elegant, almost minimalist. And then came the drama. What appeared to be one train was actually two. The skirt unfolded into a shorter gleaming train, while the crossover, shoulder-bearing neckline extended into a longer, sweeping train layered above it. The effect was architectural, unexpected, and breathtaking. The gown took 2,500 hours to create, transforming Charlene into a vision of modern royalty. But the true spectacle was the embellishment. Running down the front of the dress, along the hem of the skirt and cascading through the centre of the train were 40,000 scintillating Swarovski crystals, 20,000 iridescent mother-of-pearl teardrops, and 30,000 golden stones. All were stitched into an intricate floral pattern using platinum-coated embroidery thread, flowing like a crystal chandelier from bodice to train, circling the shorter train, outlining the longer one and pooling into its dramatic central panel. The detailing alone required 700 hours of handwork. As Charlene stepped into the sunlight, the crystals ignited, shimmering, glistening, and refracting light with every movement, making the gown an unforgettable visual spectacle. The veil added softness to the brilliance. Crafted from 20 meters of off-white silk tulle, it featured delicate, airy embroidery and was worn draped forward from the back of her head. The result was modern elegance wrapped in crystal and light. The dress has served as a blueprint for numerous modern bridal looks, most notably the wedding gown of Princess Catherine in 2011. Princess Diana of Wales. Princess Diana's wedding dress, designed in absolute secrecy, remains arguably the most iconic gown ever worn by a royal bride. Created by husband and wife designers David and Elizabeth Emanuel, the gown was a triumph of fantasy and craftsmanship. Made from ivory silk taffeta, it shimmered softly under cathedral light. Hand-embroidered with mother-of-pearl sequins and an estimated 10,000 microscopic pearls, each catching light like scattered stardust. Woven into the design was antique lace once owned by Queen Mary, adding historic weight to its romantic grandeur. The fitted, boned bodice was lavishly adorned, pearls and sequins arranged into delicate heart motifs, while thousands more cascaded across in the dress's most unforgettable feature, a dramatic 25-foot train, so vast that Diana herself didn't see it fully until just days before the wedding. The embellishment was intentionally subtle. The sequins were nearly transparent, designed so that only flashes of light would appear, creating what the designers described as a fairy dust effect as Diana moved. The look was completed with the Spencer family tiara, worn beneath a breathtaking 40-foot-long veil, hand-embroidered by Peggy Umpleby. The veil alone used more than 450 feet of airy tulle and was scattered with another 10,000 micropearls, floating behind Diana like a cloud of light. Hidden within the gown were intimate symbols, her something blue, a tiny blue ribbon stitched into the waist, and 18-carat gold horseshoe charm sewn discreetly into the dress for luck. On that day, more than anything else, the world waited for one moment: Princess Diana's $400,000 awe-inspiring wedding dress. Princess Ekaterina of Hanover. This gown is not just stunning, it's powerfully royal. Not over the top, but intensely ornate, richly detailed, and exactly what you would expect from a true royal wedding dress. Created by her close friend, Lebanese couturier Sandra Mansour, this dress was a full-scale princess fantasy brought to life. Rendered in a soft, ethereal powder pink, it followed the most classic royal formula: lace-covered sleeves, a sculpted fitted bodice, and a dramatically full skirt designed to command a cathedral aisle. But the cost and the magic was in the details. The entire gown was densely worked by hand, layered with delicate chantilly lace and thousands of hand-stitched pearls, each one individually placed to build depth, texture, and weight. This was not light embellishment. This was labor-intensive couture-level embroidery, the kind that takes months, not days. The inspiration came directly from history. Mansour revealed the embroidery drew from Russian floral motifs, intentionally designed to honor Ekaterina's Russian heritage. In total, the dress took 10 months to create, with 4 full months devoted solely to embroidery, a staggering commitment of time, craftsmanship, and precision. Completing the look was a sweeping veil, equally refined and crowned with an extraordinary historical jewel, a diamond diadem created for the May 1913 wedding of Princess Victoria Louise. The result? A gown so romantic and meticulously handcrafted that it feels destined to dominate fashion archives and royal wedding history alike. That's all for tonight. Now tell us, Which one would you choose for your big day? And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more breathtaking royal jewels.